Hello and welcome to our Divine Light Healing Circle. Today we are working with the color behind me, this sort of magenta, and also it's associated with Love from Above, which will be the title for our themed meditation of healing today, Love from Above. And where else we're going to go, that will be decided by Spirit in the spare of a moment's notice. But we start as usual by tuning into our higher self, bringing in the golden light with the white, silver, sparkling, diamond-esque light. Gold and white come in a beautiful synergy from the universal oneness with the silvery sparkles and the diamond-esque prismatic shapes. All those flow into the top of our head. Every single cell of our brain, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, throat, and neck, into the shoulders, arms, hands on out of our fingertips, along the spine and muscle structure in the back, into the heart and chest opening both wide, into the solar plexus to make it more radiant, into the whole digestive system, into the hips, legs, knees, calf, feet, and through the feet into the ground like roots all the way down to Mother Earth's core center crystals. There we are anchoring these beautiful strands of gold and white, silver, sparkling diamond-esque light so that we can become and keep open as a light gateway. And further, we are letting it overflow from our hearts into our auric energy, the electromagnetic field. White and golden light together with the silver sparkles and diamond-esque shapes, prismatic shapes, and liquid light like aqua aura flow into our auric field, strengthening it, smoothing over holes, ripples, and rifts in the auric energy system. And with every single breath we can expand, and with every single breath we can inhale the light and exhale the light into our aura to make it wider and stronger as our breath is rhythmic, easily and naturally and effortlessly. And as you might already feel the typical tingling of energy flow, we are asking now all light beings and guiding ones who want to be of service for this healing circle, and also light beings of the higher regions, benevolent beings, anyone who is benevolent to our healing circle, supportive and expansive on our path to wholeness and oneness, is welcome. So are all the viewers who later see this and participate. And while we are doing our meditation, the people on our healing list will be taken care of by a group of benevolent beings who made it a task to themselves to help people on our list. And we are grateful for them. As we're expanding our energy field one more time to become a little bit further and a little bit wider, we are now greeting the beings who are showing up to our right and the beings who are showing up to our left, the beings who support our back and who are shielding us up front, who are supporting us from below and shielding us against any kind of negative influence from above. We are grateful for your service. Now we are bringing in this frequency of love light, this magenta energy, which is absolutely supportive to people who deal with anything which eats them up, or energies like cancerous frequencies, or cells who multiply uncontrollably, abnormal cell growth. Beautiful magenta, energizing magenta, transformative magenta, flows from the universal oneness along the already established gold and white silver sparkling light, and it infiltrates our body from above through the crown chakra and flows into every single cell of our brain who wants it and needs it. And so also into the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, throat, and neck. Magenta flows into the shoulders, arms, hands, and out of the fingertips, along the spine and muscle structure, into the heart and chest opening both wide, solar plexus to make it more radiant and wholesome, further down into the whole digestive system, private parts, hips, legs, knees, calves, feet, and through the feet into the ground like roots. And we might envision now Mother Earth in between our hands, and beautiful rays of this magenta frequency flow around the earth, and every being who needs this frequency can absorb it from above as we shine this light from our hand chakras, energy hand chakras, into the world, around us and around the globe. And we might observe how it gets absorbed by various humans, animals, and even plant life, and maybe the one or other extraterrestrial life too. We might sense the difference between the gold, the white silver sparkling diamond-esque energizing and purifying light, and this soft but so transformatory magenta light. You might feel already softer within yourself, less resistant to change, more hopeful for love, receiving love, and also giving it more freely. As your opinion who might deserve love shifts at this moment in time, every being deserves love, no exception. As the universal foundation tone is love. That's what keeps everything together. And now we're allowed to rise up out of our body gently along the magenta strand. We will be eased out of our physical form with our spirit form to float gently upwards. And with every single breath, we're going a little bit higher and higher up into the sky, up into the ether, as high up as you can imagine. And this magenta strand will lead us to a moment in time and space where we were the most loving person or being, and shared love and kindness freely. It will bring you a lifetime. That's the coordinates, a lifetime where you were, or better are, because time and space does not really exist. This ultimate love sharing being. And you might feel already the expansion happening as you're naturally drawn to that being in time and space you were. Loving, kind, maybe maternal, maybe paternal, maybe protective, whatever it might be, how your love showed itself, maybe compassionate, maybe showing extra kindness. And you're shown maybe like a movie incidents you participated in, where you were a little bit more loving and kind, even to your soul self in that moment there, than you're here and now. You can relax even further into this field of loving kindness and expansion of love. And as in this moment there in time and space, you're giving it out, you also feel a tremendous influx coming into you as you are the gateway to love and kindness. To give it, you need to receive it first. As you're widening yourself a little bit more to that frequency of universal love, to receive love, to receive kindness, to receive wholeness and oneness sensations, connectedness to all there is. This connectivity will give you an understanding that nothing falls out of God's creation. Not the most brutal person or the darkest being. Everything, all polarities end at one time, and everything is drawn back into the wholeness and oneness flow. This magenta frequency, as it flows through you, and has been flowing through you in time and space many a times, will lead to strengthen the network of interconnectedness in the theme of lovingness and kindness, like a matrix, expanding through time and space, through dimensions, a grid of love and light. And as you expand now a little bit further, as your mind is a little bit put aside more for the feeling, seeing, feeling, and sensing part of you, you might still receive images imprints or knowingness of the wonderful being you once were, and can integrate it even now into the being you're here in 3D, in the third density or dimension. You're bringing that which is more into the here and now of you. You're connecting with that part, those sparks, those parts of your soul where you were the most and utmost loving jewel of God's creation. Be amazed to find out all the wonderful things you did. And all these wonderful parts are still part of you. They are still connected to you. Even if you might not always as wonderful in this three-dimensional, difficult world. So let another soul self of you shine light upon you and uplifting you and upgrading you to that status and standard you once had and therefore always have. As time and space does not really exist, it is still a part of you and your soul. This higher part can be integrated so that you become a fountain of loving kindness in your everyday life, a little bit at a time, a word at a time, a small deed at a time. With every small word and deed of love and kindness, your energy will expand. And it will expand against the polarity of fear. Because loving takes courage and loving takes trust. And so now we are going to 2 more soul strands. The connections to where we once were extremely trusting and were rewarded for our trust. Trust into the universe. Trust into the divine design. Trusting and not being disappointed. Where the trust was rewarded, maybe not instantly, but down the line, where you saw the bigger picture. This trust you can now inhale into you, into your spirit form up there where you're shown who you were, trusting so innocently and so deeply, trusting the universe and the divine design so that it can give you hope and trust back into this life, downloading the universal trust in you and your existence into this life. Because trust goes both ways. The universe trusts you to do the best you can with what you have to work with. And that is just simply enough. And you are enough. and the other is courage. Now you're drawn to a lifetime or an energy field where you were extremely courageous, standing up for love and truth instead of anything else, and where you could stand tall in the face of adversary energies because you had the courage to do so, standing tall, being visible, doing good deeds, even though everyone else just slid by. And you might see some of your deeds, but surely if you do not see images, you might feel that courage you once had flooding into you and your energy system. And between the courage and the trust, love can bloom. And you might feel into your energy system like petals of a flower, these energies of trust, trusting into the divine design and blooming through courage and trusting to be supported and knowing that the right things come at the right time, being integrated into your energy system, not only in your higher self version of spirit body, but all the way down to the three-dimensional form. Letting all resistance go, letting all resentments go towards that, what we can be in our better and higher form. All the reasons why we hold on to limitations, limitational thinking, limitational feelings, limitational sensations can now melt away in this beautiful magenta light, which gives us room to be our best version. And even though this energy feels soft, it is strong. And with that newfound strength, we would like to guide you now to a very special place. The coordinates of this special place is a mountain range. You are naturally drawn. When you're drawn to this mountain range, on top of this mountain range, there is a tremendous strong tree. Under this tree, you will find a guide. You will automatically be drawn to the right and perfect mountain range with the right and perfect tree and your personal perfect guide being under that tree. This guide has a message for you today, which is important in the theme of love and truth. Please be so kind to take a moment to listen to your guide now. And if you do not hear it, you will know the message, or you might feel the message, or you might just sense the message. However it is transmitted, it is a very personal message just for you. We give you a moment. And I'm just hearing that for some of you, you might not only meet one guide, but a council of guides. That is fine as well. For some of you, in the rare case or event, you do not perceive a guide being there for you. You might be the one or other who needs healing instead of a message. And the message will come to you energetically. For that purpose, go down the tiny path on the left-hand side of the tree, straight down the hill a little bit, and then to the right around the curve. There you will find a pool, like a swimming pool, a basin of water. And this water will turn in its color and frequency the moment you step into it. Actually, the moment you step the first body part into it. And it will slowly and steadily turn into the light frequency you need to bathe in, to be permeated with, to feel more wholeness and oneness on your journey at this moment. And whether you receive a message or you go to the healing pool, you're allowed to feel great at this moment. Nothing hinders you to feel great, expanded, joyful, feeling loved, and a little bit more loving yourself. You can always come back to this place on the mountaintop, under the tree, or visit the pool with the healing waters, turning into exactly the frequency you need to feel better, to let stuff go, to transmute and transform the unnecessary, burdening energies, and to welcome more wholeness and oneness. But for now, we thank the healing waters and also the guide or guides for their messages or workings. And even the people on our list have been shown this particular place. Again, you can come back anytime when there is need. As we are thinking now, we turn back towards the energy lines, which bring us directly back into our physical form. Gently, we slide from the higher spheres down the energy strands. Further down, deeper down, we go towards our physical three-dimensional form and integrated the spirit form, integrating it gently into our physical form. Easily and naturally and gently, we are clicking back in to the physical form. And later, when you're coming back out of your meditative state, you might feel that you have gotten a gift. And when you later open your inner eye to see what's held in your hands, it might come to you as a vision, or as an image, or as a knowing what that gift was, which was given to you on the way. For that purpose, we are integrating our energy and folding our energy back into the normal space it occupies. And open your eyes when you're ready, and only when you're ready, to look at the gift you received. And maybe integrate it into your heart. Thank you for joining us. Have a great rest of your day.